Hi, you're watching Citi Scape on Citi TV. My name is Apiorkor, Seyram, Ashong-Abbey. And today I'm here with not just Eméfa, sometimes beautiful Eméfa, but we're also with Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obeng. And we're here to speak about something very pressing, road safety in Ghana. Not just in Accra, but in Ghana as a whole, even though we will be focusing on Accra. Why this topic? So many road accidents, pedestrians are being killed the most, people who use private cars are getting into accidents all the time. And of course, we've seen protests recently on the Adenta Medina stretch, all the way in Takrady as well, at Ashong-Abbey, the list goes on and on and on. So road safety in Ghana. We've spoken a lot about what the government and the authorities should be doing. But as citizens of Ghana, as road users, as drivers, as pedestrians, what should you and I, and both of us here, be doing? This is Citi Scape on Citi TV. So, Superintendent Obeng, thank you for joining us on Citi Scape.
Thank you.
We're big fans of yours.
Oh, for God and country.
Congratulations on your promotion. We've always known you to be DSP, but now we're very happy to hear that you're superintendent.
By your
one day
the grace of God and your very self. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. But we want to talk about road safety. We've decided to come here to the footbridge at Tetekwashi because it's one of the busiest footbridges that we have in Accra and in the country, really. And secondly, we've been speaking so much about what the government hasn't done, what the government should do, what MTTD should be doing, what they are not doing. But we don't really talk about what we as Ghanaians should or should not be doing. I mean, we see motorcyclists crossing red lights, pedestrians will run across the road even when there's a footbridge.
Even today, we saw a motorbike trying to cross this footbridge.
Yes, there's a motorbike climbed the footbridge. Yes, and used here.
Yes.
So we are very worried about some of these things because we're told, I mean, between 2011 and 2015, 30% of road accidents happened in Accra.
Yes.
And it's very concerning because we all use
worrying.
the road. So, I mean, for starters, what are some of the key things that we should be paying attention to as citizens of Ghana who use the roads?
Perhaps as drivers first and then as pedestrians.
No problem. I think first of all, as Ghanaians, we owe it as a duty to the state and to ourselves to comply with all rules that we have set for ourselves. A vehicle owner is supposed to ensure that his or her vehicle, which he might be using, or it may be used in his or her absence, has to be roadworthy. And when we say the vehicle should be roadworthy, it's not just the paper that you hold, but that
It's so true.
but that the owner on daily basis have to do certain checks, or on monthly certain services to the vehicle.
So things
And
like
there
your car
are also
tires,
periodic times that we do
your oil.
maintenance. In all this, you ensure that the vehicles are running on good tires. You ensure that the vehicle has appropriate devices like safety devices that are intact, including driving mirrors, seat belts, spare tire should be there. We also have to have
Your
lighting systems
brake lights.
and brake lights. The braking system should be there. And again, you need devices that will assist you, equipment to fight vehicular fire, and things like tools you need to change certain parts, tires, best and all that, and advanced warning devices and triangles. And these are basic that the owner has to ensure that these are on.
So that we're not using tree branches on the road.
And when these things are there, it has its own implication. Some of the things are, you can anticipate it, but as to when it will happen, it is fortuitous. So anytime it happens, you wouldn't say you have been caught unaware. And because you have been able to ensure that your vehicle is safer, that has all these things, we are sure that the general public, who through no fault of theirs are using that road at the time, will not be exposed to danger. In 1974, all of us agreed that we were moving away from the 1952 where we were driving on the left to driving on the right, and therefore all the vehicles you see are on the right side and oncoming vehicles are on their left, and that is how it is. We don't expect drivers to be facing oncoming vehicles. They will put hazards on and other beacon lights illegally. And
Superintendent, we see this a lot where they are driving and sometimes the traffic is very thick.
And then
but there are oncoming vehicles.
And that is why we say that Ghanaians have to know that. Are you with me? Things that they are not supposed to do. That you drive on the right. So whether the place is congested or it is free, your responsibility is that since it's a single carriage, you drive on the left. If it's a dual carriage and you're moving slowly, be in the outer lane, leave the inner lane to speeding. That is very clear. Again, those of us who are passengers, before we become passengers, we are pedestrians. Okay? Before we go and board a vehicle, you are all the time a pedestrian. You either walk by the side of the road or cross it on foot. And it comes with certain responsibilities. And this we are trained with it from day one. That every Ghanaian or road user is supposed to, when walking, try as much as possible to walk on the left, so that the vehicles that are being driven on the right will not be coming from your rear. Very important, so that you always have to see in advance what is approaching you, so that you can take certain decisions.
And SP, if correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the same for cyclists as well, those using bicycles.
Very important that they do that, unless the cycle tracks are provided. In addition, if you are crossing, you must, as much as possible, in the interest of public health and safety and your life, try to cross the road at designated crossing points. There are certain instances that you'll be required to walk a little distance. That effort is better than being a bit lazy and discouraging yourself and becoming a road offender and exposing yourself to danger when you cross at places.
As you were saying,
that
there's actually a pedestrian just about to cross right there.
Right here.
It's just, that's what I said. You walk a little ahead.
It's a little further.
Where we all cross. I walk there to cross. Then you cross over. That if it is not done, you expose yourself to danger, and itself is dangerous. And so designated crossing points are known where there are junctions and the places are signalized with traffic lights. There are pelican crossing points. Wait for your time. Vehicles will come to a stop at the red and the green light will flash for pedestrians, and you cross on your own or with the help of others. You do it. There are instances that you see police officers there. They will stop the vehicle for you to cross. There are instances that there will be zebra crossing. There will be time that vehicles are not to move left and right and briskly to cross. There are instances that we have this facility, footbridge, and that one, it speaks for itself. Irrespective of the distance, we try as much as possible to cross. And when you cross, you get to a lorry park. And you get to a lorry park or a lay-by or a bus stop. And you stop on the stand, a vehicle pull over, door is open, then you board. The vehicles that you are boarding have seats, obviously, I believe.
Yeah. And
there lies our responsibility in addition to which vehicle you are boarding. It's also a responsibility of individual. I don't just board any vehicle. You know, there are certain vehicles that you are boarding, you are termed prohibited passenger. You are prohibited, you are not supposed to board in Ghana. Like trucks, pickups. You sit in the buckets. Where is the security in case of a rollover?
Or even these Kia trucks that
that's trucks of all categories. and models. So the onus is on Ghanaians not to board such vehicles. The reason is that in case of any shake-up, rollover or turning, the person who is standing in the bucket or sitting in the bucket is not hooked to the chassis of the vehicle. So the vehicle can roll over elsewhere, but the persons on board will be thrown elsewhere to your death. And that is why, because there are no seatbelt and seats, you are all prohibited. You have a responsibility. The other one is that when we board vehicles that we are permitted to board, which are passenger carrying, which are omnibuses and taxis, it has seats and it goes with seat belts. So we have the responsibility that when we board such roadworthy vehicles that are supposed to carry passengers, we also sit on the seat and then strap with the seat belt to the chassis, and that's about 90% chance that in case of a crash, though kinetic science is there, you will not be ejected, you will not be thrown out, and depending on an impact, you will be protected. Again,
Superintendent,
yes.
I mean, you said so much. I just want us to go for a quick break. This is Citi Scape on Citi TV. We're talking about road safety, and my name is Apiorkor, of course. I'm not just here with Eméfa today. We're here with Superintendent Obeng, and he is just taking us through all the motions. So if you're a passenger, you're a pedestrian, you're a driver, you're a motorcyclist, you're a bicyclist, this is for you.
We spice up your mornings with culturally enriched conversations, social interviews, and policy-oriented discussions that will keep you updated on the progress of the nation.
Those security guys who were supposed to protect them, I'm sure by now somebody must have all of them arrested. They must all be arrested because it's an unprovoked attack.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Let your voice be heard with the hashtag Breakfast Daily. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.
This is Citi Scape on Citi TV, of course, and my name is Apiorkor, and I'm here with
Eméfa.
the sometimes beautiful
They're
Eméfa.
always beautiful.
And today we've been so privileged to be joined by Superintendent Obeng, and he is a senior officer with the MCTV, and he's been telling us that everything, as far as road safety is concerned, as Ghanaians, as citizens of this country, everything that you and I should know where road safety is concerned. So, Superintendent, I want us to wrap up the conversation. I have a question. I know Eméfa has one too. For me, when I was growing up, what I knew is that once you get to a zebra crossing and you stand there, making it known to the vehicles that are applying the road that you want to cross, they are supposed to stop for you. And in that case, when you cross, nobody's supposed to be speeding as you are crossing. But these days, that doesn't happen. So you don't even know whether it's safe to use the zebra crossing or not. Why is this happening?
I think it's a sheer indiscipline. And so I use the opportunity to admonish and remind motorists, they are license holders. They were instructed by the driving instructor at the driving school before they got their license. And it's just a revision, free consultancy on this program, that these zebra crossing facilities are pedestrian facilities, and they are found on urban roads. And the urban road environment is a built-up area where on both sides people are living. And therefore, the speed on that road is not supposed to be more than 50 kilometers per hour, or in certain instances 30 kilometers per hour on the speedometer of the motorists. And therefore, we expect all of them to stop. Why were you told the driver to stop is that in such an environment, there might be infirm, physically challenged, the blind, children, old men and old women who cannot walk fast, who may not see you, who cannot also judge your speed, who are vulnerable, who are weak, and depend on you, the driver, for protection. And that is why these pedestrian crossings are there. So all drivers, it's a reminder again that when you are approaching, when you are on such roads, know that at any time, such individuals, citizen compatriots, can emerge from anywhere and start to cross. When you are on that road, first of all, your speed should be minimal, moderate, prudent speed, below 50, below 30. In such an environment, anytime they beckon you or somebody instantly appear on any side, or the near or the off side of you, you'll be able to come to a halt and allow. Anytime you see a pedestrian, the law requires us, our work requires that we slow down and come to a stop and allow these pedestrians to cross. It's our responsibility as motorists, drivers, to protect pedestrians on Pelican and zebra crossing.
Superintendent Oving, thank you so much for joining us. We know that you're accessible, but you are difficult to find. So we're very pleased that you joined us. And once again, congratulations on your promotion to superintendent. And we hope that there are bigger things ahead for you. Yes, thank you so much. I mean, Eméfa and I still have a few things to say to you because we also have our campaign that we're pushing as far as road safety is concerned. So last few minutes, this is Citi Scape on Citi TV. We'll be right back. Live music, interviews, poetry, and more with your favorite personalities. Be our guest on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for the most exciting moments on TV. Join Kojo Akoto Boateng for real entertainment right in your living room. Saturday live on Citi TV and Citi 97.3 FM.
Yes, I do. Always. Every time I use it. Yeah.
I always use the footbridge because my sight even is not good. So I have to. And it's good because of accident. You can cross while car is coming. You cannot see that car is coming. You just cross and you'll be knocked down. So that one too. So it's good to use the footbridge.
No place, but I've been experienced some.
Well, no, I haven't. Because I always make sure I use the footbridge.
I've had an accident with a bicycle before.
Yeah, I've been involved in an accident before.
Actually, when I'm riding about to get to where I will turn, I have to look before. Then I somehow stop, not that really stops. And then I check left and right before I cross. Yeah.
Okay, when I'm coming to cross the road, I make sure I check my left side, I check my right side, and see that there isn't any car coming before I check the road. Well, and secondly, when I'm coming to check the road, I make sure that if even there is a car coming, it is not with a full speed. If the car is slowing down, then I can cross. So I always make sure I check all those things before I cross the road.
I always watch my left and right if there is no car passing before I cross.
I watch very carefully and I look both left and right before crossing the road because it might be.
Well, always don't drink and drive. If you drive, don't drink. And if you see passengers standing by the roadside, either if you think you can give them way, you just have to slow down for them to cross before you come.
They have to watch the traffic lights very carefully because at times you see that the lights has come for us, for the driver to stop, but you just cross and that can knock a person. Yeah. So it's one distance. And also the drivers to drinking and other things, they have to put stop to all this.
What are your opinions? Join the conversation on social media with the hashtags Citi Scape and MyScape.
and via the handle at Citi Scape GH as well on Instagram. Now let's find out what's new in the city.
Hello there and welcome to What's New. I have brought you to one of my favorite places in the whole world, Coco Vanilla. And I'm here with Joyce, who is the general manager, just for a quick chat. Hi Joyce.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my goodness. I've been raving about this place to all my friends. I'm here almost every weekend, definitely on a Friday night. So how did the idea for Coco Vanilla come about?
Right. That's my daughter who thought about, I don't know, it's just a coincidence that she was not born in Ghana, she wasn't brought up in Ghana, and just knows a lot about cocoa. Okay. She was having a joke with her sister, and it came out that, okay, she's going to use cocoa. And at that time, she was more interested in doing the pancakes. You
yeah, because when I first started coming here, it was mostly pancakes and waffles.
And waffles, yes.
Yeah.
And so that is the beginning of Coco Vanilla, and it went on from there. Yeah.
But
so
now
it's come to be a catch name, isn't it?
Yeah, I absolutely love the name. But aside from the crepes and the American style pancakes,
yes,
what other types of foods do you serve? What other types of things do you have on the menu?
Oh, lots of varieties on the menu. We do have the Ghanaian touch and the continental touch as well, including the Mediterranean as well.
I absolutely enjoyed the beef shish, especially, and your squid kebabs. Yes. I must say, even if I'm not eating a complete meal, those are my go-tos.
Have you tried the full fish menu?
No, I haven't, but I must. So I've seen that you have amazing cocktails as well here. Do you have a split between alcoholic and non-alcoholic?
Yes, we do. Okay. We cater to all the needs of our clients. You know, you can have some non-alcoholic drinks, which is equally as nice and delicious as you can think of.
Yeah.
Yes.
I absolutely love the setup of this place. I think you've got a great balance. You've got a great space for just friends hanging out. If you want a bit of a date night setting as well, can you talk us through the setup of the place?
We initially had a VIP lounge at the front. Then we did some renovation, and we still wanted to keep the theme of having some privacy. And so we have this different sectors at Coco Vanilla. When you want the open space, the back space, or where we are now, which is the bar area, which can give you some privacy. So people tend to choose the kind of area that they want to sit, especially when it comes to entertaining friends, like a birthday party or
I've
whatever,
seen those.
get-togethers.
Yeah, cool. So would you say this is more of a family-friendly or something for young millennials or students? How would you describe the people who come?
It's a mixture of middle class to students. The students normally come during the daytime, sometimes perhaps during their break time. But Coco Vanilla caters for all spectrum of the youth as well as the middle age in the society. They all feel welcome in here. I hope.
Yeah,
we make it feel.
So people get too comfortable, like me sometimes, when I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I absolutely love that. It's a great mix of people. So aside from the cocktails you do, I've had a cup of tea here before. Is that something you do on the regular? Do you do teas and coffees?
Yes, you have a choice of having coffee or tea or any form of chocolate, cappuccino or whatever. Yes.
Your hot chocolate is great as well. Yes. Yeah, with the whipped cream.
Yeah, with the whipped cream and the waffle or the
it's a perfect mix.
It's your choice, really.
I always say to people that if I'm ever looking for a good time, but I don't want to get dressed up to go to a club, I always come here. I mean, your DJ Stark, he is legendary in my book. So do you have any say in the sort of music he plays, or you give him free rein to sort of, what kind of ambience do you hope to create?
I think he has worked with us for almost a year or more. So I think he tends to source out the kind of clients that are around or customers that are around and tends to play the music according to the people here. I think people come here to get themselves ready for the nightclub.
This is the perfect place for pre-drinks. I will attest to that. Because it gets you in the right mood. Yeah. So what sort of ambience, how would you describe the ambience here when you come?
That is the number one. I don't have to be too positive because we have, there might be one or two things that people might criticize us for. But one thing that stands out that has happened at Coco Vanilla is the ambience that we've created. It's like a home from home sort of thing.
Yes, definitely.
So I hope that we do create, it's one of its kind, I believe.
This is like a home away from home for me. And sometimes, I'm stuck at home. I don't really want to come here, but I want Coco Vanilla food. Do you do deliveries at all?
Definitely. It was, we did a suggestion box for the customers, and it was really a demand that sometimes they can, maybe they're tired from work, and so we do home delivery any time of the day, as long as the kitchen is ready. I
think Coco Vanilla, you're great for late night foods when you're feeling a bit peckish around 10:30. Do you have maybe social media if someone wants to follow you to have a look at the place and your menu?
Yes, definitely.
Are you on Instagram?
On Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So find us. And can you kindly just shout out your telephone number for anyone watching?
0242 500 818.
818. Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
We're here at Coco Vanilla, my home away from home. Like I said, they have a wide variety of drinks from hot to cold, wide variety of foods on the menu. Pass through at Gano. You will not be disappointed. You've been watching What's New on Citi Scape on Citi TV. Hi guys, Eméfa here. Do you sleep through all your alarms just like me? Well, I've got the solution for the ultimate alarm. Try putting your phone in a bowl, well, a dry bowl, of course. And that way, when your alarm goes off in the morning, the bowl will amplify the sounds of the vibrations and your alarm sound to make sure that you don't sleep through anything. This has been a Citi Scape life hack from me to you.
So once again, my name is Apiorkor, and of course,
I am Eméfa.
And we've been talking about road safety, and we were joined earlier, you saw, by a esteemed officer from the MTTD. And road safety, I just want to say one thing. We all need to be responsible. The lawlessness has got to stop. If you're a driver, if you're a motorcyclist, a bicyclist, I don't want to see people running around the streets, people getting to red lights and crossing them. I don't want to see pedestrians on the zebra crossing and then people are just speeding up so that they can see who is faster than the pedestrian. It's silly. And to the government, as for you, we've spoken to you several times. The places we need footbridges at, give us the footbridges. We need zebra crossings. Some of them are fading. They've been there for 15 years. You haven't done anything about it. Give us our zebra crossings. Let's all be responsible, both as governments and as citizens of Ghana. That's all I have to say.
And I would just like to say we should have a mutual respect, both pedestrians and drivers. We should take care of our fellow citizens who are trying to cross the road. We shouldn't overspeed. As I mentioned earlier, over 70% of deaths are as a result of overspeeding. We're all in a hurry, we're all busy. Let's just be mindful of each other. That's it.
And this has been Citi Scape on Citi TV, coming to you from the Tatakwashi Footbridge. See you next week.
Bye.